Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. It's the last day before the final. We made it!
This is it. Last chance. If one of these whiskeys is going to get into the final, they better perform today. I've been giving them a pep talk for the last 15 minutes.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, they're really fired up. I'm a little fired up.
I'm fired up.
Everybody's fired up for Sagamore Spirit Rye, who have been sponsoring this thing the entire way through. Thank you so much to them. And real soon, we're going to find out who the winners of those 4 bottles of Sagamore Spirit Double Oak and Cask Strength Rye are. We can't wait. We know you can't wait. So what are we waiting for? Let's get right to it. On the nose, and by the way, we're probably not drinking the same thing here today. I don't remember these matchups at all.
I think you got a third career as an announcer. You're really hitting home the sponsorships. You know, you could cut to commercials, call a game, cut to commercials.
Should we cut to commercial right now?
Yeah.
What's more exciting than watching Whiskey Tube and then cutting to commercial?
Yeah. Tell you what program's coming on next.
Up next, more junk.
All right.
It smells like bourbon and it smells like good bourbon. Very oaky, very sweet.
Very oaky, very sweet.
You too?
I just want to get to the tasting.
Oh, that smells special.
Ooh, this one doesn't smell like oak. There's
Farmtastic.
this one's super sweet.
Last matchup before the final. Cheers.
Yep. Oh. I love this. I got so happy. I was just thinking, like, wow, deserves to be here. Like, literally, yum, deserves to be here.
You know, you gave me a lot of credit for my announcer skills, but
Yeah.
you could host a game show with that level of excitement. I would watch. Maybe not the entire series, but I'd watch a few times.
At least one episode.
I tend to lose interest pretty rapidly. By the way, if we look different today, this is our first day shooting with a brand new camera. It might not be straight. One of us might not be on screen. I don't know, but we are using our old mic just to make sure that the audio is good. Hopefully this looks good.
We only trust ourselves halfway.
Yeah, 50% is probably a little high on that estimate.
I love it.
Mine is beautiful. It's lasting forever, and that's why I'm not giving any tasting notes because they're still coming. Oak, vanilla, sugar, and tons of fruit, mixed berries. I love it.
I don't even need another sip. I just know that she's wonderful. I'm going to keep using this wonderful because, you know, I do like a lot of bourbon.
Yeah.
If you've noticed.
You like a lot of bourbons or you like a lot of bourbon?
Both. But in this competition, there's been a couple standouts for me, and I just want to, reiterate these. A couple of these are just, I can't believe that I don't drink them more often.
Well, and you know, one thing that we can say about a lot of what's on this shelf here is that some of the bottles that are in this tournament were not originally considered for what will become our end of year list.
No, I know.
And now they're more than on it. They're kind of high up on it. So pretty impressive stuff that we've been sipping. And we've had a lot of surprises here. I'm going to go back for a second sip of this one. On the finish here, I'm getting a little bit of that melted butter with the dark brown sugar on the oatmeal. And man, I don't know if that's just a seasonal treat or if I would like that year round, but this is hitting the spot. It's delicious.
I don't have anything to say.
Hooray for whiskey.
Hooray. Yeah, exactly. And hooray for this tournament.
Hooray for this tournament that's almost over. It's like 20 degrees outside. I just saw the neighbor riding by on his bicycle.
He's awesome.
6 inches of snow and 2 inches of ice.
I wish I was as dedicated at anything.
But
I mean, you know, something that maybe, this does improve my life and
make it worse.
Yeah.
On to glass 2. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Uh-oh.
Yeah. This one is overwhelmingly sugary. I 100% know why it made it this far, but compared to that first sip to this sip, all I'm tasting right now is like an overwhelming sugariness, sweetness. It's delicious. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I love it. But in my glass 2, it is like butterscotchy sugar.
Glass 2
delicious.
Glass 2 for me tastes like the adult version of Candyland. Mm-hmm. Like It's some sort of sugar river, the vanilla forest.
Does sound like Candyland.
I mean, it is a fun ride. That is absolutely delicious whiskey. Finish lasts forever. Very tasty. The longer I sit with it, the more the oak is showing up. I didn't get a ton of it early on, but here it comes.
My second sip, that sugar got cut down a little bit, and now that fruit sweetness is coming through. I feel like I made good choices in this tournament. Not probably the predicted choices, or even what some would think are the best choices, but for
not up to them.
I know, for my palate, man, these two are dynamite.
Yeah, this is absolutely delicious. This matchup is really weird. They couldn't be more different.
Yeah, mine too.
I mean, one of them is almost savory compared to the unbelievable, unbridled sweetness of Glass 2 here.
You do have a smile on your face, though.
I'm having a great time. What's
Yeah.
not to like? These last few days of the tournament are always so great because it's the cream of the crop. It's our favorite whiskeys of the year generally. And these are shining brightly. So good. I'm in the holiday spirit today. Can you see it? Can you feel it?
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm already ready. I know. I'm gonna, you know me.
I better get to sipping. I'm gonna hustle to catch up here.
I do need to do a thorough investigation into both of these glasses.
Sure.
But they're quite different, so.
They are different.
Yeah.
Wow, Glass 1. Wow. It's just putting on a show.
Oh, man.
These both coat so well. Like my tongue is like, hey man, give it a rest. Like it feels like it's wearing a sweater. My tongue is having an ugly sweater party.
I love it. What's better than an ugly sweater party?
On my tongue?
True. Good point.
If the sweaters are made of whiskey, it's okay.
So my glass number 2 has a richness about it. It actually coats a lot thicker. And it's just overall just richer flavors.
The decision is going to come down to palate preference. And this keeps happening where one of these whiskeys is much more bourbon-like, much more traditional bourbon-like, and just a beautiful sipper. And the other one is rich and inviting and exciting. Does exciting beat traditional today? That's where this is going. And again, it's every single time we have one of these matchups, it depends on the mood. I could go either way any day. I don't know where I'm going to go today because they're both hitting my palate perfectly.
And I was going to say, it really does depend on the day because I feel like so far in the competition, we've had a lot of matchups with just that kind of recipe for disaster, and they've gone both ways. Sometimes we've gone the more traditional way, and sometimes we just wanted a little bit more fun in our day. So I made a quick decision on this one, and now I'm a little bit undecided.
Well, the last couple sips have given me my answer, and I will be ready when you are. Yes, and I'm going in with some confidence today, feeling very satisfied.
I still have bourbon in both of my glasses, and yours are almost empty, so...
Tough decision.
Yeah.
The camera's been rolling for a while. We're giving the brand new camera a workout today.
I know. I think I made my decision on that last sip.
Do you want to sit with it, or are you ready?
No, I think I'm ready.
1, 2,
I'm ready.
3. All right. Well, we have a decision. What was it about Glass 2 that turned you on today? What was it?
So, when I first sipped it, I was like, man, this is so sweet, almost too sweet. Which, that's saying something for me. But in the end, the balance and the richness, caramel, butterscotchy oakiness that kind of presented itself really came through like later on in the tasting, whereas my Glass 1 kind of went the opposite way.
For me, it was very similar. Glass 2, the more I stuck with it, the more the oak showed up on the finish, and it was a sweet oak that I absolutely love. Super well balanced, so rich, so decadent. We keep using that word, but it's so appropriate here. That whiskey is almost dense.
Yeah,
tons of flavor.
Was dense.
Tons
We're
of
drinking
flavor.
the same thing.
Sticks to the palate. Everything that I like. Glass 1 here was amazing. Put up one heck of a fight, and it was delicious. But the more I sat with that one, the more the heat sort of built, and as the heat was building, it was taking away some of the flavors, and a nuttiness started to emerge there that wasn't my favorite. There was a dry oak on Glass 1. It came very close to winning specifically because of that note. I like either super sweet, rich oak or super, super dry oak. So these two were totally at odds today, but today I went with the sweet, rich, delicious vanilla-coated oak. And let's see what we got here. The Super Good glasses are gone here. Let's find out what those were.
Okay.
Super Good, letter J for Julie is really good at drinking whiskey.
I am pretty good at this. For me, it was the Maker's 101.
So Maker's 101 eliminated just before the final after one heck of a run.
She did amazing. And you know, I'm a big fan of Maker's, and I'm happy that she made it this far.
One other thing I want to add about that Maker's bottle is that every time I reach for it, I forget that it's a screw top.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a real
Weird.
pain. Come on, Makers. Let's put a real cork on that one. What did I eliminate? Letter J.
Knob Creek Single Barrel.
That
What a run that Knob Creek did as well.
That is such a delicious whiskey. I will never not have a Knob Creek Single Barrel on this shelf. 120 proof bourbon for, I believe that one was $55. And it's delightful. That is amazing whiskey. And it comes to an end today for Knob Creek and Makers. What do we have in the logo glass? It's letter W for, wow, that one's going to the final.
What a run she's had. Old 55 bottled in Bond.
So the Cinderella story.
Continues.
Wow.
The first time we had that in round 1, we kind of said, watch out. This one is dangerous.
Yes. W for watch out. This one's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's outstanding. What a huge matchup. Your matchup was 101 proof versus 100.
I know.
Mine was 100 versus 120. The 120 proofer did not drink like 120. The 100 proofer drank a little warmer than 100 today.
Yeah.
This did not feel like a matchup that was different by 20 proof points, but there you go. That's why we drink them blind. You never know. This was really exciting. I've only got one glass that's even got a little whiskey in it yet. Tomorrow it's the finals, and we can't wait to see it end from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. How about that old 55?
How about all of this?